Once again, what accomplishment are you most proud of and why?
Thank you so much for that question. There have been many moments in my life that I'm proud of. But if I need to choose one, it will be this very moment I'm standing before you as a candidate for Mr. Philippine Youth 2024. Since I was given a chance to showcase my unique qualities and advocate for important causes. That is why, or let's say, our youth is not just bestowed the legacy of yesterday, but we also have the power to change our future. That is why I advocate for job training programs, employment opportunities, and entrepreneurship support to empower our youth on building sustainable careers and achieving economic independence. The youth are the beacons of hope and the future of our nation. Together, let us create an environment where everyone can thrive, can create a meaningful impact, and can lead our nation towards a brighter and more prosperous future. Thank you.
Once again, what do you think is the next big thing in your generation as a millennial in the next decade?
Nais ko po sumagot sa ating pambansang wika, yun po ay Pilipino. Bilang isang millennial, naniniwala po ako na ang susunod na malaking bagay na mangyayari sa hinaharap ay ang pag-unsad ng teknolohiya at globalisasyon. Ngunit sa pag-ahon ng mga bagay na ito, lagi natin tandaan ang pakikipagkapwa-tao at ang totoo sa sarili at ang may takot sa Diyos. Yun po ang totoong importante sa mundo ito. Yun lang po. Salamat.
Thank you so much. That's Mr. Rico over here, ladies and gentlemen. Will get you far in life.
I think being handsome is an advantage, but it will not get you far in life because the skills and ability to learn and adapt the learnings of life and the purpose. And because we are all in this planet we are all here in this planet to help each other, and every person in this planet have a purpose in their existence. So that would be all. Thank you very much.
And thank you so much as well, Mr. Marikina City. Calling up, there is a double standard for physical appearances between male and females. Elaborate. Once again, do you think that there is a double standard for physical appearances between male and female? And elaborate.
Yes po. Para sa akin po, double standard na mas mahirap po para sa babae na umarap sa pang-araw-araw nilang kabuhayan kasi kailangan lagi silang maayos. Unlike sa lalaki po na kahit po wala tayong make-up, walang ayos na buhok, okay lang po. Kaya natin umarap sa harap ng mga tao. Yun lang.
Thank you so much. Calling up your question for tonight. If you have a chance to discuss two important social issues with President Bongbong Marcos, what social issues would they be and why? Once again, if you have a chance to discuss two important social issues with President Bongbong Marcos, what social issues would they be and why?
Okay, first I would like to discuss the importance of implementing universal healthcare in the Philippines. Right now, millions of Filipinos are still paying out of pocket for healthcare, and this leads to incredible amounts of debt and poverty. But I believe that the administration can implement universal healthcare given that they allocate the right resources to it and that it is made a priority. Secondly, I would like to discuss another urgent issue, which is landlessness. Right now, we still have millions of informal settler families as well as so many farmers without a single piece of land to call their own. But I believe that again, with the right resources, with the right planning and a sense of urgency, the current administration can ensure that millions of landless Filipinos can eventually have a property to call their own. Thank you.
Thank you so much as well. Calling up our next finalist, your favorite way to stay in shape and why? And do you think being in shape is an advantage? Once again, what is your favorite way to stay in shape and why? And do you think being in shape is an advantage?
Watching what I eat is my favorite way of staying in shape. Being physically fit is advantageous when it comes to physical appearances. but it also helps us to live a happy and healthy life. So, I believe that we are what we eat. Thank you.
And thank you so much for that answer. Do you think all sports should have a professional women's division?
I do believe that all sports should have a professional women's division because it is a symbol of inclusivity that even though there are sports that are male dominated, having a commission for women, an organization that supports women, it promotes inclusivity and camaraderie that encompasses all genders. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that answer. What do you wish would be socially acceptable for men to do that is currently not considered manly?
Nais ko po magsalita sa wikang pambansang Tagalog. So para po sa akin, ang magiging kasagutan ko po dito is yung pagdating po sa expressing po natin. Minsan kasi may mga kalalakihan po na nawawalan po ng pag-asa na ibigay po yung kanilang talento at mga skills nila na kung anong meron sila. Para po sa akin, bilang isang tumatayo ng isang Mr. Philippines yun, pwede ko po i-share sa kanila yung idea ko po pagdating sa mga pageant na nilalabanan ko sa iba't ibang patimpala. Gayon pa man, pwede ko rin i-apply yung aking natutunan sa organization na ito ng Philippine Youth. Kasi nga po, may kasabihan nga po tayo, kung kaya mo yan, kaya din ang iba. And I thank you.
Once again, what is a current national policy that you would change and why?
Regarding to that question, this was really my one question. This is really beautiful question. This is really timely. The charter change. The question tell, if I want to change any national policy, I will say nothing. Especially the 1987 Constitution, the timely and relevant issue, the charter change. Because I do believe we Filipino can make a businesses in our own land rather than making foreigners enter to our land and create businesses. If we support local businesses, we can make a Philippine better tomorrow. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Once again, what makes you unique and why?
What makes me unique is my unwavering focus on positivity in the face of the negativities. I have this natural ability to see the silver lining in the challenges and also to see opportunities in it, and others see it as an obstacle. And if we are going to be optimistic in our life, even though we have a problem, we'll able to think of a solution and we'll able to cope up with it. And if we fail on something, we will come back stronger because we are optimistic that we have so much solution in life that we can grab, or there are so many opportunities. That's why I urge the youth to be with me. Let's spread positivity because it can create a power ripple effect, and if everyone is positive enough, we can create a nation where there is a positiveness and everyone can achieve their goals in life. And thank you.
Pageantry objectifies women and why?
No, I think pageantry is a platform who represents women empowerment, and it's not just by the looks but with intelligence, and I believe I could help to make the youth better in our future. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for that answer. You could meet any person in Philippine history and have lunch with, who would it be and why?
Thank you. If I would meet any person in Philippine history, I will choose Gabriela Silang. She is a female leader during our Spanish colonizer. And just like her, I want to stand my ground and defend what I believed in. Just like her, I want to ask for advice. How did she manage to educate the youth, influence the children, and also empower women? Thank you.
Thank you so much for that, Malabon City. Is social media bringing people together or causing separation?
I believe social media, without a doubt, has made a huge impact in our lives. It was made for the purpose to connect all of us from all around the world. With my dad being in Dubai right now for a conference, I am able to speak to him thanks to social media. But along with its benefits, it can also have negative effects, mostly when it is abused, such as cyberbullying, which is rampant now among the youth as they use the internet more or like the phones more. So I believe we must use social media for its purpose as a platform to learn, connect, and inspire. And with this, we would have a society that is more educated, compassionate, and empowered. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that answer. Let's wake up Batangas, ladies and gentlemen. Easier in life, being a man or being a woman, and why?
I believe that each and every one of us has their own struggles in life. And I believe that we should not compare this. Because at the end of the day, no matter what gender you are, we are all human beings. And at the end of the day, we are all human beings. And we should all instead celebrate the strength of us all together as a united society. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for that answer, Ms. Bacolod City. Once again, what is the essence of being Miss Philippine Youth?
Being a Miss Philippine Youth is being a light and hope to the youth of our nation. But in order to be a Miss Philippine Youth, you need to empower yourself first before you can inspire and empower others. That's it.
Thank you once again to a woman who has been asleep for 20 years. What would you say she has missed and why?
To a woman who has been asleep for 20 years, of course, I would feel sad for her, for she has missed a lot in her lifetime, but I would also tell her that she's so lucky to be awake at this time and age, for mental health is not a stigma right now, and the help available for mental health illnesses is more accessible than ever before, because I believe that when we prioritize mental health, we will be self-aware, and when we are self-aware, we will be able to know our strengths and weaknesses and realize our full potential and be successful in this lifetime. Thank you.
That's Miss Rosario, Pasig City for you guys. As the youth, what are your thoughts on abortion and a woman's right to choose?
Thank you for that question. Yes, every woman has the right to choose. But it all boils down to one thing, and that is responsibility. Taking full responsibility of your actions, your choices, and consequences. I am against abortion, and I'm taking it to a personal level because I am grateful and blessed that I am standing here right in front of you right now because I was brought up by a brave and a strong woman, a strong mother when she was 14 years old. She, despite all of that, despite her fears and difficulties, she chose to live, love, and bear me to this world. So, I would like to say that every child deserves to experience the world, a meaningful... Sorry, it's kind of emotional. But yes, hi Mom! They deserve to live this world. Because for everything and anything, it still boils down to responsibility. And I salute my parents for that. Thank you so much, Mom, Dad. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that answer. What are your thoughts of the legalization of marijuana here in the Philippines?
As a youth, my thoughts on the legalization of marijuana here in the Philippines, I am in full support of the legalization of marijuana, but only on medical use. Because as a youth, I encourage everyone to engage more in physical activities as a recreational activity to help and
lessen the abuse of the drugs here in the Philippines. Thank you.
Once again, should our government be responsible for providing citizens access to healthcare, and why?
Good evening, everyone, and mabuhay, Filipinos. In the Philippines, only 29% of the Filipinos are satisfied with our healthcare system, and that is the lowest compared to our Southeast Asian countries. So yes, it is the responsibility of the government to provide healthcare access to all of two things. First, it is a fundamental human right to have healthcare. And second, it is the moral responsibility of the government to take care of the citizens. I believe that if there's an equitable healthcare, then it would pave more to a more resilient, healthier, and compassionate community for self and communal preservation. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that answer. Once again, as a young Filipino, how do you think the government should handle immigration and illegal immigration?
Well, as a young Filipino, I think the government can approach the immigration and legal immigration on a more focusing on the human rights, the fairness, and of course the rule of the law. And I think as addressing its root causes, fostering cooperation and collaboration at all levels. And with this, the government can uphold responsibilities, and at the same time, he can support also the lives of the Filipino. Thank you.
Thank you so much for advocacy help the administration of President Bongbong Marcos.
Good evening for that wonderful question. And thank you. My three advocacies that are close to my heart is first, youth tourism promotional involvement. I believe that the economy of the Philippines is very much going to improve if tourism will be recognized here in the Philippines. The art and the rich culture of our indigenous and ethnic groups must be recognized, and so is the hidden beauty of our different provincial estates here in the Philippines. And second is ADHD awareness, which must be talked about by not only the government but all of us. It is also important to educate different people and give chance to the people who have ADHD to showcase their fullest potential. And third, I also want to use my voice in social media that will help in the mental health of different young women and women who are experiencing shaming with unrealistic body standards. I believe that with empowerment, it can help the government. Durugid nga salamat, agmayad nga gabi sa inyong tanan.
In their own words, what is success?
Thank you for that wonderful question. For me, success is being able to be happy in this life. And it is not only about achieving your dreams or having those achievements, but it is about reaching the satisfaction or fulfillment that you really wanted to achieve. And standing here in front of all these wonderful people right now, I think that's enough to call myself successful. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You know what they say, it's not about getting